The Canadian Orange Order was much bigger than most people think. The Orange Order is often seen as something tied to Northern Ireland, but at one point its influence in Canada was just as visible, and in some places even greater. The Orange Order arrived in Canada with Ulster Protestant settlers in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Many had left Ireland, but they did not leave their identity behind. In growing cities like Toronto, the Orange Order became more than a fraternal organisation. It became part of public life. By the late 1800s, there were over 1,700 Orange Lodges across Canada. It was one of the largest Protestant organisations in the country. Membership was common among mayors, councillors and city officials. At times it shaped how the city was run, not just socially but politically. The 12th of July was not a small event either. Parades in Toronto were once larger than those held in Belfast itself. This was not a copy of Ulster. It was Ulster culture established and maintained in a different country. The Orange Order reflected consistent ideas, loyalty to the Crown, Protestant identity, a connection to history and tradition, but the country around it began to change. The First World War marked a turning point. Men from these same communities served overseas, and Canada emerged from the war with a stronger sense of its own national identity. Less tied to older structures brought from Europe and more focused on its future as a country in its own right. At the same time, Canada's population was expanding and diversifying. New communities, new traditions and new institutions became part of public life. The Orange Order remained, but its role became more focused, less central to civic leadership and more rooted in culture, tradition and community. At its height, the Orange Order was part of how parts of Canada were organised and governed. Over time, Canada changed, but its roots of Ulster Protestantism still remain.